SCP Containment Breach Multiplayer is a small but ambitious game with a small player base. It's like SCP-SL but with more SCPs, SCP items, and it runs on the old Blitz 3D engine that Containment Breach originally ran on. While I know I shouldn't really have to explain what the game is, some people don't know what it is. It's just, I know I don't usually make videos on anything else other than SL, but it's a new cancelled SCP game, just got added to the list, so I thought it was about time to say something, you know, since I'm kind of involved in this one. Now, so far I've been in the server for around like the better part of a year, because my friend CQ told me about it. He sent me the server invite, and I just joined it, and I think it was around like March, I applied for mod. I didn't expect to get mod at all. I mainly did it because I liked everything that they were showing on the game. And, you know, it looked good. It looked good, and I wanted to be a part of that. Fast forward to today. It was a little while ago. Thrift basically resigned because, in all the meetings that they were talking about the price changes, he could already sense that shit was gonna go downhill. And he really wasn't wrong. It went downhill like 2 days after he resigned. Now, I messaged him and asked him, like, hey, why did you resign? Like, what was the main reason you resigned? And this is pretty much what he sent me. Everything, man. For the last 2 years, I've busted my ass off at that studio and gave the devs everything they needed to make Coalition. Unfortunately, a lot of the devs were lazy or not as passionate as I am. A lot of the good devs that did help all left due to problems all related to Yeet. We don't even have a lead developer at the moment. I lost all hope for the team. I was informed of the price changes from free to paid and was told that it was to stop cheaters from making multiple accounts and just joining back. I was concerned at first since I knew players wouldn't take the news lightly, and copyright laws and etc. But Yeet told me he would handle it, saying it was the last option he had. He wanted me to also make new 173 model out of the blue since for copyright reasons it would be needed in order to change from free to paid. Well, fast forward, he announced the changes and like I expected players were upset, but he handled it in the worst way possible by being passive aggressive about it to just straight up arguing with people. After seeing shit get worse and worse, it was obvious that I couldn't stay any longer and risk losing my reputation with a bad team. There was also problems beforehand which has almost made me quit the team far before this incident, from treating members of the team like shit or telling a player to fix your grammar before I help you when they asked for help. Now, the grammar one I actually remember happening. Now, at the time I didn't take a screenshot of it, but there was a screenshot circulating of it, and it's kind of just like him being disrespectful to community members, which is kind of shitty. And also, I just wanted to say, like, Tesla did not need to be a part of this at all. Tesla was roped into all of this by Dr. Ghost. Because Dr. Ghost basically went up to him and was like, hey, can you help me with, like, moderation? Conveniently, 2 days before they made the announcement that they're going to a paid thing. Conveniently, like, on the same day that Thrift resigned. This basically sealed the fate for how the server was gonna go. Everybody was mad at this. Nobody agreed with the changes they made. But they were gonna make sure to stand their ground and pretty much assure us that making the game cost money is the best way of keeping cheaters out of the game, rather than making an anti-cheat for the game to detect. Like it makes zero fucking sense, bro. It makes no sense to me. Like, where do you think that, like, oh no, we can't do an anti-cheat because that's gonna cost too many resources? No. I know it'll fix the game, but like, I mean, why not just put a band-aid on the issue and make the game cost $3? Now, in the Coalition server, we were briefed by Commander Dr. Ghost that we have a new mission, which is to destroy misinformation or whatever the fuck. At Facility Guard, from now on, you will be more strict. You have permission to punish people for being disrespectful. Always make sure to keep evidence of their crimes. Especially keep an eye on the Russian community. Don't wait for my input in regular cases. Do what it takes to make this community better again. Spoken like a true patriot. Now you have to wonder, so if they're going to know that they're going to get backlash from this, then why are they going to make the change in the first place? And to that, I do not have an answer, because this is by far the stupidest shit ever. Now initially everybody was like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. Oh cool, let me get a game that costs money for free. Yes! Hackers are done for. For real. Imagine it being like more than $1. Now that'd be crazy. $2.99? And then there's this guy saying, what I'm trying to figure out is where you think you can just do that. Y'all didn't even make the damn game, and are trying to profit from it. Kinda scummy to be honest, but I'd expect nothing less. Have the original devs been consulted on this? I'm not sure how people feel about making money off SCP, let alone off the base game that wasn't originally developed. I know a lot of time and code went into the multiplayer portion and servers themselves, so it does make a bit of sense. Not being hateful or anything, just curious about the process here, so sorry if it comes off that way. And by the way, we know, now that like Regalis has been like contacted about it, that like they weren't asked or anything. SCP owns the game now, and we did talk with others as well. Point is, the money will not go into our own banks, rather it'll be invested to build a better security system and get more developers. SCP Containment Breach multiplayer is cooked. Cooked as in infested with hackers, right? Nuh-uh. Cooked as, instead of modding the game, make it paid access. SCPSL, HD graphics, active community, a lot of content, and free. SCPCBM, full of bugs. The player base is almost dead. No mayor updates since I don't even remember. And now paid to play. This is complete nonsense. And then we have SCP Yeet with like brain dead take of the year saying, SCPSL free? You're joking, right? You do realize that people are still paying for you to be able to play the game for free, yeah? Ever seen the Patreon much? Pointless to explain this, however, since many simply won't fathom the entire reasoning, which is alright. Some do, some don't, it's always like that. Isn't Patreon for donations? Pretty sure you aren't forced to pay. Now on the Coalition server, I don't have many screenshots from it, but they locked it down, and there were some people like this where they would just post doctored screenshots, which obviously isn't okay.
Bruh, peep this one! Like, really, peep this one! No more Fortnite!
And eventually, because of the backlash from his choices that he made, since the community was in disagreement with the way he wanted to happen, so the community basically was like, no, we don't want it. It was chaotic as shit, but like he said, like Mr. Yeet said, your actions have consequences. And you know, these were the consequences of his actions. No, but I just find it so poetic that he keeps on saying everybody's actions have consequences, but yet this is all a result of his actions.
Just can't ever be quenched. When will you learn? When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Now, this isn't really the end of Containment Breach multiplayer, and that's because the old devs of the game actually are coming together and currently working on a revival project called SCP Ultimate Edition Multiplayer. So if you want to join the Discord for that project or check it out, the link for the Discord is going to be in the description. And yeah, that's the end of the video.
Bruh, peep this one! Like, really, peep this one! No more Fortnite! No more cards! No more $19 cards! No more trolls! You been blocked!